Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I am here to do my second quarter book haul, but I have so much manga in this book haul that I'm doing a separate video just for the manga. So that this also eliminates the factor of those who don't care about manga don't have to sit there with me going through all of the manga, and those who do care can just target this specific video and watch it that way. So that's why I've split them up into two separate videos this month, just because I have amassed so much, it's kind of insane. So let's just start with this series right here. So I amassed the entire collection of Princess Jellyfish. This is a total of 9 omnibuses. And all of these covers are super cute, so we'll just go in reverse order. There's number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. So in this series, I'm going to back you back up a little bit. In this series, we follow Tsukimi, and Tsukimi is this jellyfish otaku, so basically she's obsessed with all things jellyfish, who, through circumstances related to a jellyfish, ends up stumbling upon a beautiful stranger. And because she stumbled upon this beautiful stranger, her entire life changes. Her life with her housemates change. Her life just in general changes. This is a beautiful coming-of-age story. In my most recent vlog, I talk about it a lot, so I will leave that linked for you guys to check out. But Princess Jellyfish is amazing. Definitely check it out if you haven't. It's one of my new favorites of all time. Next up, I finished buying the volumes for one of my favorite series, and that is Ancient Magus Bride. So I had volumes 6, 7, and 8 picked up this quarter. I'm anxiously awaiting volume number 9, which comes out in September, but yes. This doesn't fully complete the story that's in the anime, so if the cliffhanger is too much for you in volume 8, go watch the anime. It'll complete this story arc for you. So just know that I'm super stoked to be picking up more Ancient Magus Bride soon. I'm so glad the story's not over and that they're continuing. I'm just very happy. Another series that I finished off this quarter was my Full Metal Alchemist collection. So I got the last two 3-in-1 omnibuses, so I've got 22, 23, 24, and 25, 26, and 27. Full Metal Alchemist is one of my favorite stories. It is a wonderful story about two brothers, the Elric brothers, who commit a terrible taboo with alchemy, trying to bring their mother back from the dead. Edward ends up losing an arm and a leg, while his brother Alphonse loses his entire body and has his soul attached to a suit of armor. So we end up following these Elric brothers on quite the journey. You get so attached to them. Alphonse is my little precious cinnamon roll, as you guys have heard me say over and over and over on this channel. Go check out Full Metal Alchemist if you haven't. It's amazing. Next is a new series I started collecting this quarter, and that is Girl from the Other Side. So I got the first 4 volumes, which is all you can find in the US right now in English. So I have volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, which I think is my favorite cover, and volume 4. So in Girl from the Other Side, we follow this man in the black. He is an outsider. So technically he is a creature of the darkness, and his relationship with this young little girl. He stumbles across her in the wood and tries to take her in and protect her. And it's all about figuring out who she is, what connection she has to the outsiders, why she's on the outside instead of on the inside with all the other humanoid people. And it is just a wonderful, interesting, fantastical story at this point. After I finished Ancient Magus Bride, I was looking for things kind of similar, and this one kept popping up. It doesn't give me quite the same feelings, but I still really enjoy the series. Next up is a series from one of my favorite manga authors, which is Ichigo Takano, who did Orange, which is one of my favorites. I have reviews for the first 2. I'll leave the first one linked for you. And the series I'm talking about is Dreamin' Sun. Look at how gloriously beautiful these spines are, by the way. So we have Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5, and Volume 6. Volume 7's coming out in July, so believe me, I will be picking that up. I've really been enjoying this series. The easiest way to describe this series is it's like Fruits Basket without the paranormal aspect. So we have a young girl who ends up moving into a house full of boys and how her living there has changed everybody else's lives. It gives me all of the Fruit Basket feels, because Fruits Basket is a very light and fluffy contemporary style manga, but it has some paranormal elements to it. Take away the paranormal elements, if I can talk today, and you have Dream and Sun. So I'm really loving this. I plan on collecting them as I go, as they publish in the US. So I am here for Volume 7. My ship is not currently sailing, but I still have hope. The ship is there. The ship is strong. The ship is not sunk. I'm waiting for my ship. Next up is another complete series that I've got this month. I was kind of a completionist. Well, not this month, this quarter. And that would be Millennium Snow. This is the same author who does Ouran High School Host Club, which I haven't started collecting yet. I adore the anime, but I haven't read any of the mangas yet. But anyways, Millennium Snow is about a teenage girl and a vampire and a werewolf. I know that sounds very Twilight-esque, but I like this so much better than Twilight. I think this is like the good parts of Twilight without all the bad stuff. Like, there's not this super toxic relationship. You can see exactly why people make the decisions that they do. Like, it's really fun. It's really funny. If anything, it was poking fun at Twilight, and I love it for that. So there's Volume 1, Volume 2, and then a bind-up of Volumes 3 and 4. You can easily find these bind-ups. They're kind of a republish. These are older copies that I found on thrift books for cheap. But I also found this on thrift books, so you can find the bind-ups pretty easy and not spend a ton of money on them. Next up is another one that I just haven't kept collecting in the series, but I want to, and that is the Water Dragon's Bride. This one is by Ray Toma. It feels very much like the Ancient Magus Bride. Basically, this little girl is sacrificed to the water god in their area, and it's all about her and her relationship with the people in the village who sacrificed her and all those kind of things. It's really, really interesting. So I will be talking more about this series soon. Next up is from one where I had my friends and husbands pick out manga for me. I will leave that linked for you because quite a few of these are from that. And this one is Pokemon Adventures Volume 1. My husband encouraged me to pick this up. I didn't really love it, but I don't have the heart to get rid of it on my shelf yet. My husband's really trying to encourage me to pick up Volume 2 and try that one. So if you guys think I would enjoy it, definitely let me know. These next three are firsts in series these next few are firsts in series that I have not yet continued picking up, but I'm not sure I'm going to. So these 5 volumes are all Volume 1s from the series. Some of them I know I'm going to be continuing, and others I'm not so sure. So we've got Wake Up Sleeping Beauty, which is like a paranormal take on a Sleeping Beauty trope, and I really like it. Again, my most recent vlog talks a lot about this because that has all my manga readathon wrap-up. So a lot of these are actually mentioned in that, so definitely check that out. I know I left it linked for you. And then we've got Volume 1 of Cardcaptor Sakura by Clamp. These are the original, really old ones. I haven't tried Clear Card yet. But I'm not so sure about this one. Again, if you think I'll enjoy this, let me know. The next one is Pandora Hearts Volume 1. This is like Alice in Wonderland meets demons, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I do plan on picking up more volumes soon. And then we've got Overlord Volume 1, kind of SAO-like, where all these real people end up trapped in a video game and about how everything goes down from there. But the Overlord seems to be excited to be trapped in the game, not freaked out by it. So anyhow, I'm really enjoying this so far. Again, I only have Volume 1, but I do want to continue. And then I also have Your Name Volume 1. Volume 2 has been hard to get my hands on, but believe me, I will be picking up Volumes 2 and 3 soon, so I can do a fun video related to the movie and the mangas for you guys. Next up, I have another 3-in-1 omnibus series that I am now collecting, and that happens to be Rurouni Kenshin. So I've got Volumes 1 through 9 here in these 3 omnibuses. So in Rurouni Kenshin, we follow Kenshin, who is a wandering samurai, he was a very lethal samurai when the war was going on 10 years previous to the start of these. And so Kenshin goes about his life just seeking peace. And he stumbles into this small village, he starts to make friends and kind of settle in there. I don't know how the story ends. I haven't watched all of the anime or anything. I'm trying to get ahead in the manga first and stay ahead in the manga so I don't spoil anything for myself. And it's been really fun so far. I've really been enjoying it. Next up, I have the first 3 volumes in a series that I've started. There's 2 more that I need to collect, and I'm working on getting those. And that is Frau Faust. This is the same author for Ancient Magus Bride. This takes the story of Faust, gender swaps it, and gives it a slightly more demonic paranormal twist, which I really have been enjoying. Again, this is, if you watch my vlog from last week, I talk a lot about these. And I'm really enjoying them. My friend from over at the Manga Hoarder recommended I pick up this series, so I will leave her channel linked down below for you or right here in the cards so that you guys can check her out. Her manga collection is crazy extensive. Mine is 2 shelves at this point, though I do need to go buy another bookshelf. So, and I've started another series, and I'm current on the publish, and that is Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. Volumes 1 and 2 are out right now. Essentially, this is about 2 different couples who are otaku. So they're obsessed with certain aspects of pop culture. In the first coupling, we're dealing with someone who writes her own like fan fiction manga, and then we have a video gamer, and then here we have a guy who's kind of obsessed with anime shows, and a girl who's obsessed with cosplay. So it's been really fun. A third coupling was introduced in volume 2, and I'm really just enjoying the tone of this. I'm clearly otaku to an extent because a lot of this feels like my life. It is so fun. I really enjoy the series. If you've thought about picking it up at all, I definitely suggest picking it up. Next up is another series that I have recently completed, and that is Fairy Cube. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3, which do complete the series. I believe these are now out of print. I haven't been able to find them easily. I did track them down on thrift books, though. So I've got volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. And this series is about twin brothers housed in one body because the body of one of them didn't survive. So the fairy soul of one resides in the body of the other, and about how the fairy soul takes over the human body and how the other brother wants to get his body and his life back. It's really interesting. I found the series very compelling, and I would suggest picking it up if it interests you at all. It was a really interesting premise, and it was really interesting what they did with it. Interesting is the word I use a lot with that series. So the next one, again, is another series that I purchased and completed during all of this, and that is Fuku Fuku Kitten Tales. So here's volume 1 and volume 2. If you can't tell by the covers, this is just a cute little manga about a little kitten and its elderly owner. And I really just enjoyed this series. It was fun. It made my heart smile. I was happy while I read it. But I am a cat person. If you're not a cat person, you're not going to enjoy these. But if you love cats or kittens on the internet, words are hard today, you will definitely love these. So definitely go and check them out if they interest you at all. And last but not least is the next volume in one of my favorite series, and that is Sweetness and Lightning Volume 10. It finally released. I'm going to have to wait forever for Volume 11, but I love this story. I love all of these characters so much. In this, we're following a widower and his daughter. And the widower is trying to figure out how to cook to better provide for his daughter and to be there for her. And one of his students ends up helping him learn how to cook because she loves to cook, but in the beginning she's very afraid of knives because she'd cut herself when she was young. But anyway, this series is so fun. Definitely check it out if you haven't. The little girl in it is the cutest thing ever. Her name's Smugi, and I just adore her. And my husband wants little girls because of things like Smugi, so... Alright guys, this has been an extra long video already, and that is all of the manga that I bought in this last quarter. Let me know in the comments down below what manga you've picked up in the last month or so, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.